Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, as today we are here for yet another round of the alternate Sunny League series, as we find ourselves then to the end of the first half of Season 7 here in Magny-Cours. So as I have then a look into the standings, it is Emerson Gomez still leading the way, but now his gap was reduced to 24 points, even though that's still a very decent gap, but for the first time in this season he was actually defeated, and it was by none other than Sebastian Muller, the 6 times world champion, who now is up into a second place with then Sven Halberg, who has finished every single race so far in third place. And then you got Patrick Ivimaki then in P4, followed in by Victor Lewis then in P5. And then you can also see a few ties. For instance, we see Carlos Leon and Miklos Ferenzi tied on 47 points. And then you got both Lynx Racing drivers, Roman Grengi and Dodo Ribeiro, tied on 30 points. And then in the team standings, it is LSA still leading the way, but FCR has gained a lot of points on them, and now they're only separated by 6 points. As then we see SEP still in third, gaining some distance to Nordic Thunder, and the same also happened with Full Force against Russo British Racing, who's now behind the Rapid Racing team in P6. And then you got Lynx Racing, they're now being 6 points behind the Russo British Racing, within Black Blizzard and VO then being in P9 and P10. So without any further ado, let's get ourselves into the qualifying session. Alright, here we go then. We find ourselves here in qualifying once again, 6 minutes, and let's see who's going to be able to put themselves up there at the end of this session. So as we see, we got then Sven Halberg now right at the front, and it is Gomez, and let's see who's going to be taking that provisional pole, and it is, I think, Halberg. Yes, so he's going to be staying there for now, as he got Ferenzi now finally doing well in qualifying, at least at the current moment, as he's just 100th of a second behind the current pole sitter. So yeah, as we see also Luis Suarez now in third place, followed by Luis, and then Kijimaki. We see Emerson Gomez then is down in P12, he needs to improve here. Is he going to be able to do it or not? As we see, yes he can, he goes into pole position just for a bit as Halberg managed to answer very quickly. But now we see Suarez, who was definitely flying like a rocket ship, and now he jumps himself into a provisional pole with a lap of 33.77. As then we see it is Halberg followed by Gomez, Luis, Ferenzi in P5. In the meantime, looks like Muller is in P14, so things once again just not going well for him in qualifying so far. We got in with Lewis looking very decisive there, but as you can see, he made a mistake there. That could cost him a lot. He's currently in P4, but can Halberg improve? No. Not that many big changes at the front. We see Leon up to P5. We see Ribeiro into second place, as he's looking to start at the front row right now. But as we see now, this is the final lap of qualifying, as we got a few drivers have pitted a lap later. Now they're going to be trying to set their laps now. We see here Sebastian Muller still down in P14. He needs this lap to go well for him. And I think he's the first driver. No, Gomez. Gomez in P4. Also setting his lap here. Let's see, can he improve or not? And he doesn't. And let's see, Sebastian Muller, can he do better or not? He does, but just only to P11. As we see, I think he may get passed by someone else. I think Maxwell. And that's it then, I think. So it is going to be Suarez then starting on pole position. So without any further ado, let's get a look into the starting grid. So having a look into the starting grid, it is Leonardo Suarez and taking pole position with then Diogo Ribeiro starting alongside. Then you got Sven Halberg with Emerson Gomez starting in the second row. Then we got Oliver Mullen in P5, followed in by Victor Lewis. Then we see it's Carlos Leon just ahead of Tate Gibson. Then we got Kijimaki and Ferenzi closing the top 10. Then on row number 6 we got Maxwell with then Sebastian Muller splitting the Russo British drivers, with then Ivan Boatov starting just ahead of Sara Garcia. As then you got Stilvio then ahead of Grenier with Godfrey in P17. And then you got both Black Blizzards, Frederiksen and Novak. And then it is Zietek starting right at the back. So let's get ourselves then into the race. 41 laps here for the French Grand Prix in Magny-Cours. Alright, here we go then. As it is go here in Magny-Cours, Suarez leads us to as we see Ribeiro just trying to pass him with the better starter off the gate. But as we see here, look at Halbert now from the inside, he takes second place. Can he take the lead though? I think he can, so there he goes, and Halbert will take the lead of the race. We see also Luis Muller also with a good start here. We got then Vermeulen leading the way here. We got Suarez at the penalty, I believe. And then you got here Halbert now losing some position now side by side with Muller. Then you got Ellis is also struggling just a little bit at the start. We see here now Muller goes through around the outside of Halbert. It is Vermeulen leading the way. It's him leading the way. Then you got Gibson now once again trying to lead the race, just like he did in Silverstone. But can he actually convert that into a good result though? That's the main thing here. As we got then Sebastian Muller now in third place. In the meantime, I just seen Ribeiro starting in second place. Now he's already towards the back. Maybe starting on hard tires may not being the best of ideas. As he got right now then Gomez up into P4. As we see then Muller in third place, but Gibson now just trying to take the lead of that race. As we got now Halbert just making an easy move on Lewis. I think a lot of the overtakes will be easily done as we got these very long straights. As we got then now Muller trying to overtake Gibson, but he's gonna get a penalty. That's a very weird penalty there. As we got right now Halbert getting past Gomez as well. And then Leon passing Lewis. And the crucial thing is that he's on the hard tires. So the longer he can stay up there, the better it might be for him. Could have some interesting options, but as we see now, Muller gets past Gibson now for second place. Going to P4 now, is going to be looking to take that third place, and there he goes. Easy move there up the inside. And then we see here Gomez, Luis, Ferenzi. For now just trying to overtake the FGR driver, but he could not do it. And now we see Novak right now, putting himself into the top 10. Having a very good start here as we see Silvio right behind. And yes, Suarez is starting on pole position, he's down in P11. So definitely not a good start for the Argentinian. But now we see he makes a nice move there on Novak, because now we got Ferenzi. Ooh, make a nice move there. And yeah, now we're starting to see Gomez as well, increasing his speed. Ooh, as you see, he goes off the track though, but still he managed to get past Gibson into that third place, and Albert also will get past the full force. As we see here, oh my god, a bit of a pile up here. I think Suarez had a penalty. That was just slowing down everyone and just couldn't pass him. Because yeah, sometimes it is the drivers with penalties are ghosted, but other times they are not ghosted, and so that's what caused the pileup to happen here. Look at that now, everyone else at the front just running, doing their own race pretty much in no man's land. But then we see here all the cars from I'd say P7 down to P20, they all just punched up here. It's just free for all pretty much, as we got now Kevin Maki trying to lead this group here from his teammates. Let's then see the Black Lizards. It's just a lot of chaos here right at the back. While at the front is so peaceful. We got now Albert trying to overtake Gibson here for third place, or actually P4. And Vermeulen still leads the way so far, but now there he goes in Albert with a nice move there on Gibson. As we see how he goes off the track there. Now losing some momentum. Luis might try to overtake him there, but he's just not close enough. Vermeulen still been leading the way, deftly showing some amazing pace, but as we see here, Muller now just looking to overtake him. And look at that, his stress pulled up the inside. And that's a nice move there into the Dutchman. Now he takes the lead, but as we see Vermeulen not giving up yet. They're gonna try and take back P1 as we see old Muller goes off the track there. So however Muller then takes back the lead. Now we see the championship leader right behind him. Now he's gonna be taking second place. And now I think the Brazilian will already go towards the lead then. Yes, there he goes with Gomez. Takes the lead of the race. As he definitely wants to be extending that gap in the championship once again. We see Halberg getting P4. He might have to need to pit soon though. As we see that Muller now takes second place. Is he going into the pits? Yes, he will. Vermeulen will follow him. So it is a race in the pits here, as we see Muller will go into the hard tires. So that's a very interesting choice, but let's see if it's really going to work. Because now he's got to get himself towards the traffic here. And that's what could be dangerous. Although once again on this track it is not that hard to overtake, as we see right now. Ooh, look at Gibson. All of that momentum. As we see, Muller now takes a penalty. But it ends right before Gibson managed to overtake him. So there we go. Muller then in P10. Then we see a few drivers here. Grenier, Zietek, as well as Ferenzi here as they go side by side. Now it's the hard runners starting to gain. As we see then Emerson Gomez and also beating for the hard tires. Halberg as well. So interesting strategies going on here. We got then Muller getting himself ahead of Vermeulen, and now he's going to be trying to pass Gibson here, as this will be for the net lead. And there he goes in Muller with a nice exit towards the outside. Ooh, as we see, he's just trying to go towards it. He's trying to get through the traffic here. But yeah, now we see Gomez and then Halberg also trying to catch them. I think Gomez may have done a very good thing by just staying out for one more time, or for one more lap I mean. And now that allows him to just have slightly better tires, which could make the difference later on, but as you see he gets a penalty. And that will cost him a position. As then we got here once again Muller versus Gibson. Then we got Ferenzi as well. Oh my god, look at that. Let me see here then Gibson now just trying to get past the LSA driver. Who still decides not going into the pits. Then we see Lewis there. Now coming out of the pits. It's going to be quite far behind, but as we see we got this huge pile up of cars. We got Gomez, Vermeulen, Ferenzi now just getting slowed down by... just slowing down Sebastian Muller I mean. You see, oh my god, Ribeiro just getting tossed to the side. Now he's right behind then the Brazilian. So yeah, that is obviously very crucial for him. Then we got here Salberg now. He's gonna have to pass some traffic here. He got now his teammate right behind. Still yet to pit though. And yeah, down there goes Salberg. Then he gets past all of these drivers. As we then go back at the front, we got Suarez now leading the way, but he's still yet to pit. Same with Zietek, as we see then Vermeulen. Right now getting a penalty now. That will cost him 2 positions, as we see then. It is Dave Gibson now leading the way. As we got then, yeah, Zietek quite at, pretty much finding himself at the front after starting in last place. So that's very interesting. Obviously he had to gain some places, but yeah, he's also still yet to pit in this race. As now we see here Gomez now taking back the lead of the race. Vermeulen also still fighting. Look at that! As he goes towards the outside, it's gonna have a nice exit there. And then we see here Muller is just falling off behind. So things are definitely looking great for the LSA driver right here. But then now Muller seems like he's just increasing his pace once again. Deploying some of that battery now, he easily takes third. But then now we see Gibson starting to lose grip. As those mediums are starting to wear out. So Muller now gets another easy overtake, so he takes second place. So they might actually share the podium once again. Just like they did in the previous races. We see now Halberg is trying to find a way past the German. As we see here, Scudery Percar versus FCR, but as we see, Muller did not give the Swedish driver some space there. Then we got here, looks like we got Suarez and Bulatover, who were just losing pace. But as we see, we got also Garcia, who is FT pitted very early. She might FT pit now. Yeah, there she goes. So Suarez gets an easy move there. Again, now looks like Lewis has got past Gibson for P4. As yeah, Ferenzi definitely struggling in this race, that is for sure. And now we got Zietek just trying to get past him, but he cannot do it. As we see right now, Garcia was just pitted for the second time. Now trying to take advantage of those fresh tires, but now she cannot do that. Now we see also Frederiksen now getting himself into the top 10. As now in the meantime looks like Halberg has got second place. from Sebastian Muller, who's now going to be trying to take it back. Uber, as you see, just goes off the track there. It looks like Kiwi Maki now, out of nowhere, just putting himself into P4 there, or actually P5, which now becomes P4 as Lewis then goes into the pits for the second time. Same with Gibson now, once again going for the soft tires, so that's an easy free stop strategy for him. But for Lewis though, he might be able to go to the end on those hard tires. Ooh, look at this now, we got Gibson now just trying to overtake a few drivers here. We're not really sure about this flow force strategy, as now he finds himself in P9, but he could definitely be much further up there. As then we see here, it is the attack. Then we got Ferenzi and Leon. For now they go side by side, but Ferenzi then makes the move. And then we see here Lewis now getting past Vermeulen before he even pits. Yes, we see him now losing the position to Vermeulen. I mean to Frederiksen. And Frederiksen has also pitted for the second time, so you can definitely see how crucial it is to have fresh tires on this track. And so now we see, looks like, yeah, Gomes has gone into the pits. But I wonder if he's gonna stay till the end or not. Because it's still 15 laps to go, so I think he's going for a free stopper. As you see, so he definitely needs to gain time as much as he can. Now Muller will not have to pit again, that is for sure now. He can definitely take those hard tires to the end. So this will be very, very interesting. We got Gomes with a huge distance, but he needs to pit just one more time. As LSA decided to put him on a very aggressive strategy. And then we see here Lewis now on the hard tires as well. Gomes will be back into the lead. Now Halberg will pit again. Now for the second time, but he goes for the soft tires. So that is very, very interesting. So very interesting stuff going on here as we got Muller now trying to get past Gibson. And now he takes the penalty, but he gets the position, I think, as Gibson tries to come back. Obviously Muller did lost some momentum there. And yeah, now he's going to be losing the position. So he's just losing a lot of time. But that's definitely not what he wants. But now look at him. Just putting the hammer down. Now he takes P5. As we see him now, Muller is trying to find a way past the Danish. And now there he goes, and into P4. So it's going to be hard to figure out who's going to be pitting and who's not. The one that seems to be most certain is Muller. He's on hard tires. Because now we see Gibson then in P5, getting past Frederiksen as well. But yeah, in the meantime, ooh, look at Halberg just flying like a rocket ship here. Targeting Virtual Lewis in for that second place. And just look at him, I don't think Lewis really has a chance to defend. There he goes, and Halberg takes second. Ooh, but no, looks like Halberg gets pitted. Lewis will stay out. Thomas is also pitted. Will Muller also pit? No, Muller will stay out here. So that might give him a chance. What did I see? Looks like Virtual Lewis is leading the way. And that is quite huge though. This could be his best ever chance to win a race. So this will be huge here. We got Gomes already catching Muller. I think he's going to be beating him today, that is for sure. I don't think the German has any chance here. As we see, there he goes, Gomes. Making a very effortless move. But as you see here, Halberg is already behind. In the meantime, looks like, yeah, Gomes will be taking the race lead here. Lewis will be trying to defend, but I don't think there's much he can do right now. As you got Gomes finally with the space, and he takes the lead of the race then. But as we see, yeah, now Muller will be able to now overtake his teammates. So yeah, that's the huge difference of pace as we see here. Halberg now gets himself up into third. But can he take now second place though? That should be a bit of a walk in the park, but Muller really making it hard for him as we see now Halberg still behind, but now he finally makes the move there. But look at Frederiksen though, this could be an amazing finish for him today. But he finds himself then in P7. But as we see here then, Emerson Gomes just looking to win 4 races out of 5. And there he goes, and Gomes wins the French Grand Prix here today. with Halbert then taking second. Then Muller will be finishing in third. And we then see Lewis finishing in P4, followed by Kivimaki, I think. We got Gibson now, who tried to pass him, but he cannot do it. And then we see here Frederiksen in P7, which I think is his best result so far. Then you got Ferenzi followed by Suarez, and it's Leon. Then Vermola down in P11, followed by his teammate Sietek. Then you got Grenier, Garcia, followed then by Ribeiro. Then it is Novak with P16, followed then by Silvio. Then we got it's Platov, Maxwell, and then we got it's Godfrey. We get to finish in last place once again. And so that's it for the race results, as we see that Gomez, for the second time in this season, taking the fastest lap. And so once again he will be taking maximum points, so let's then have a look into the standings after this first half of the season. So as we have a look into the standings, it is Emerson Gomez now leading the way, 33 points of a gap now between him and Sebastian Muller, who still keeps second place, with then Sven Howard being just a single point behind. And then when it comes to the rest, we see Miklos Ferrari now untying himself with Carlos Leon, as we also see then Frederiksen getting 2 places with that P7 finish. And then in the team standings, it is LSA still leading, as they gain now 2 more points compared to FCR, who's now still in second place, and now the gap is 8 points between these 2 teams. And then you could see here Flowforce still now getting away with that P5. And then we see also Lynx Racing overthinking Huso British Racing for the P7. And that's pretty much it for this video. As for the start of the second half of this Season 7, we're going to be racing in Mugello. So we'll see you there. Until the next time, goodbye.